Welcome to Guilted Into It. And we are back for another week of I don't know what.
Fun and frivolity.
Fun and frivolity. Yes, we are
Super
fun.
unprepared tonight.
Oops, I
Well-
talked. I was told not to talk.
You were told
I'm
not
sorry.
to interrupt.
Well, it's the same thing.
Well, let's do a cheers. Just because we have champagne. Let's cheers.
I don't have
Tanya.
anything to cheers
We're
to.
cheersing to
And
our
Amy's birthday.
Aunt Amy's birthday
And Chink,
this Friday.
and isn't this May Day?
Today is May Day. It is. Not a really good reason to cheer, but
Apparently on the first of every month, you're supposed to say, Conejo, Conejo. It's supposed to give you good luck or something.
Conejo, Conejo.
Is
Yes.
that from
Am-
Hawaiian?
Are you punking me?
No, that's
Is that
some-
like
someone
I'm
at
saying
work-
like a hole backwards or
No,
something?
someone at work told me this, that it was supposed to be good luck. But of course, it's supposed to be the first thing you say on the first of the month, so you can't do it anymore.
Oh.
Oh,
What is
Next
it?
so I have to remember on June 1st to wake up and
Yes,
say
which you
Conejo,
won't do.
Conejo. I
Which
will
you
not
do,
remember.
'cause you can't-
Hey-ho.
I had pork medallions with Merlot sauce.
Where was my
yesterday.
invite for that?
You were not invited.
It was sitting with my invite for that.
That's okay. I made a sheet pan meal.
Existent.
You know how I love a sheet pan meal?
You do love a sheet pan meal.
Yep, because they're good.
I did a one-pan meal, not a sheet pan, but my skillet.
All right. Well, that's good.
Cast
Now we all
iron
know.
And I was a Greek chicken
I'm so-
sheet pan
I'm
meal.
very-
It's delightful.
Glad to know that. It really,
So let's get some of the stuff out of the way that I want to talk about because it's like, pickleball. We had our very first pickleball tournament or whatever. It's not a tournament, but it's
Yeah, we're
we're in a
playing
league.
Oh,
There it
there
is.
it is.
We're missing a team member. We're missing Sarah Beth. She'll be here this week, but we got our T-shirts. Terry Ann was miserable. There we are with John LaRocchia and his daughter Olivia. They are on another team. They're on the Laughter Saves Lives team. And I was nervous because I've never really played pickleball.
and you're a little older.
Well, no, it's an old people sport, pretty much. They started it, old people.
Old.
I
Apparently, dads. I looked it up. The origin of pickleball is a couple of dads made it for their kids. Actually,
Really?
yes.
Well, regardless,
but
Um,
old people picked
I-
it up.
Yeah.
I've never really played, so this was my first time, and I wasn't great because I've never played.
Actually, it was your second time. Maybe
Right. Well, so
it might
what?
have been your third.
No,
or
it was my
fourth.
first time in like playing where it counted.
Well, you should be going for it every time you play.
Well, I try to, but then when my confidence is just a little bit like I'm feeling good, somebody will laugh at me
I offer
and do this on the court, and then go, "You're bad."
because all right. Here's the thing. I offer pointers, and she does not
You
take them.
scream at me.
That is not true. I did not scream at you. I just simply said to stop moving. You're moving.
I'm
you need
learning.
to
You're
plant
not,
your
no,
feet.
you're not Chris Everett, you know.
She doesn't
I
plant
know.
her feet and swing. She
Pickleball,
runs.
it's not
She runs
tennis.
at the ball. She puts her body at the ball.
But I did not get hit in the thumb once. So to me, that's
Thank God.
progress
We didn't win a single game.
that I
That you
played.
played.
I know.
That was like me today. Lost all three games of bowling.
You?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
It was
You know,
bad.
it's-
We were
maybe you
playing
need
the
to take up
number
a
one
sport.
team.
It's funny, I'm going through all my text messages trying to find where I was asked to be on the pickleball team. I don't
Oh, you know what?
see it anymore.
Amy,
you'd be
stop your
tired.
nonsense.
You'd be
Amy,
tired.
first of all, it's 8:00 on a
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Wow, who does?
Yeah. And I'd be like,
Monday.
Amy, want to be on a pickleball team? And she was like, no.
Well, not at 8 o'clock on a Monday. That's
Amy,
just foolishness.
at 12:00 on a Sunday, you wouldn't do it.
Well, I'm busy.
You're not busy.
It's nice to be asked.
Hey, I wasn't
Next
asked, and supposedly it's an old people's sport. So, was
But
I
you
asked?
do.
You know what you are? You're a one-upper. You just got to one-up me every time.
I was.
I say I wasn't asked. You go, well, I wasn't asked in finer fashion than
you
you
know,
weren't
this is
asked.
why I don't talk.
No,
I choose
no,
not
you
to talk.
always talk.
I'm not talking anymore.
But we do cardio dance
Yes, yes, I do.
every
yes,
Thursday.
I do. At work.
We do cardio dance, which is nice.
At work.
I would like some footage of cardio dance.
There is footage on the YMC website.
No, of grandma.
Oh, the
Oh, let's pull that up.
they video the
We're not gonna
Let's.
pull
the
it up.
routines.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning the different steps.
And mom, this is
So-
case in point, daughter. Why don't you pay attention? Do I mock and make fun of you?
no, you can't see me. You're in front of me.
Of
No,
course,
but-
she's in the front.
I'm
Of course,
surprised
front
by
and
that
center. She's going to be
information.
teaching cardio dance next week.
By the way, speaking of the gym, did get another compliment on my form today and body pump. I just want to say I'm crushing the gym.
I'm sick of it. My guy, every time I'm walking or I'm leaving the gym, the guy at the front desk will be like, "See you tomorrow." Like he knows I'm not going to be there, you know. And I wasn't today.
He's mocking.
He's
tone.
mocking you.
It was
Mocking and
and-
judging tone.
Yeah, and I don't like it because sometimes he's right. He
Well,
doesn't see me.
I had
anymore.
to take Grace to the gym yesterday, Planet Fitness,
Mm.
because
You go there?
no, wait,
Oh.
just hold on a minute. Because her and her friend decided they were going to get the Cadillac of memberships at Planet Fitness, and then promptly not put the money in the checking account to pay for it. So I keep getting letters from the bank that they keep trying to take these funds out, and there's nothing there.
What is the
How much is
Cadillac?
that?
What is the
$25 a month.
what do you
What does that
get
include?
Oh,
at
sauna.
Planet Fitness?
Some weird salt room. I don't know. All
They have a
sorts of stuff.
sauna
They
at
have-
Planet Fitness,
they have
or is
all
it just
sorts
a
of stuff
room
there.
where they crank the
I don't know.
thermostat up?
There's all sorts of
No,
things
she
there
said
that
salt
she was
room.
She said
privy
sauna
to.
first.
So I finally forced her to go yesterday to cancel it because I'm tired of getting letters from the bank. And had she listened to me the first 5 times I told her to go there and take care of it, she would not have gotten charged the $60 for the re-up for the year,
Oh,
which I promptly
get
made
you.
her pay the lady. And then I mocked her in front of the lady and said, "That's what you get for not listening to me. Had you listened to me, this would only be
Did you get
costing
any
you."
bank charges?
Luckily, no, because I have the best bank ever. But she got late charges from
Well,
the gym.
some people have to
nerve.
learn lessons the hard way.
Yes.
What a nerve.
Considering that that same gym gives teenagers 14 to 19 a free membership for the summer, why would you pay for it?
that's true.
I didn't know that. Well, I wouldn't go there anyway.
Does she not go anymore?
No. It was short lived.
Has she ever gone?
Yeah, she did. In the wintertime, they went when there was no sports happening.
Ah.
But then once the sports started,
Now she's busy.
Now she
now
has
she's
to sit
busy,
on the
so
bench
she
for
doesn't
the
need to
lacrosse
go.
team.
Right. Well, just like with everything else, you have to practice and get better at it. And I will get better at pickleball. And I am going to make you eat your words.
I was only giving pointers, but if you were me and I were you, you would laugh at yourself on the court. At times.
Oh, I thought you
Maybe-
were going to.
Maybe-
Look at, I love how you sit here like all like I don't
Right,
make fun
like
of
she's
people.
never made
like
fun
you
of
didn't make fun of
totally.
me my whole life for the way I run. That now, if someone was chasing me, I wouldn't run because I'd be afraid they'd make fun of me.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair
So
point.
that's karma. This is karma.
Fair
actually.
point.
It is.
Fair
it
point.
definitely is.
That is true.
We won't even talk about the other thing that you constantly make fun of me about as a
Okay.
child. That really scarred me.
I'm sorry.
Well, now
sorry.
I want to know what it was. Is it personal?
The tongue thing.
Oh yeah.
My sister has a geographical tongue.
I'm unique.
Geographic.
Whatever.
And Roseanne used to ask me to open my mouth when we were going somewhere so she could figure out where we're going. That's why you got a lot of nerve when she laughs at you getting insulted. You had that coming.
You're a lot of things, Mom. You're a good singer. You're a good actress. You're a mother.
Wait a minute, I didn't
I'm
hear
a good comic.
descriptive word.
I'm a good
Yes.
comic.
Yes, but you are not an athlete.
Yes,
Well,
she
I am
is.
athletic, but
Oh,
I'm
she
not.
is.
Are you?
She's
I'm
out of
not.
practice.
What's your best sport?
Drinking the beer
Cheerleading
after a run.
and running.
Yeah, but what kind of cheerleading? Were you just throwing the palms around? Were you
No,
doing
no.
flips?
We weren't. Well, you
No.
didn't do that
No.
when
Flip
in my
back
day.
then.
Nobody
Okay.
did. It was
But
different.
you had to see her dance when she was young and was, had to learn choreography for the movie, and she just picked
Yeah.
it
Mommy
right
never
up.
right
saw
up.
me dance because during my dance recital, she went to the diner
I was
while
hungry.
I was on.
I was hungry. I worked all day.
It's really a miracle you're not in therapy. Or you probably
Yeah,
should
she
be in
should
therapy.
be. That's what the problem
Most
is.
likely I should be.
You probably should be. All right. So, moving on.
One would get the impression that I didn't care about you.
No, you cared. You just were hungry. So somebody wants to know what
Besides-
I have my beads on. These are my
Can't sit through another.
what are these like called? They're like
Puka beads?
cosmic beads.
I don't think they're
or
called cosmic beads.
Gem-
I don't think they call them that.
crystals. Crystals.
Yeah,
What-
stop clinking them
These,
around.
Sorry.
these are the beads of Uranus. Is that what they are?
Those are the cosmic beads. These are Mars right here.
I don't remember what any of them stand for,
Who
but
gave them to
I
you?
bought them
This
because
one is carnelian, I believe.
carnelian.
I
and
think.
that's all good stuff.
It's all stuff.
Oh, that's
They
cereal.
are
They
crystals.
all
I thought that
have
was a joke.
meanings and stuff. Yeah.
Paul says, "Amy, show the tongue."
Never. She scarred me for life, Paul.
I'm terrible. All right, so moving on. You have big news in your
I do
your
have
house.
big news. I do. Grace finally passed her road test.
I don't know if that's good news,
Well-
bad news.
Considering that the first time around she failed in fine fashion, and by fine fashion I mean the instructor had to grab the wheel because he feared for his life. That was pretty bad. But the second time around she did great, and she passed. And now the struggle is not letting her drive all over the place because technically she's not supposed to.
Did you pass the first time?
I did pass the first time. I got screwed though, as usual. I was a buyer before I was a buyer. He stamped me. They used to stamp you right then and there. You knew if you passed, right? And they would stamp you junior license or senior license, right? And if you went to driver's ed and you were 17, you got a senior license, just like now, but it was a stamp. And he stamped me junior license.
You couldn't just fix it?
No, he wouldn't do it. He's like, oh, I already stamped it. I was like, yeah, and I sat in driver's ed with my stepfather for God knows how many months learning how to drive, and it meant nothing. I had, and then I got home, and of course, because
Don't
it
sling
wasn't stamped senior license, I can't let you drive. I was like, bah.
You know what's annoying is I failed the first time, which was annoying because Sarah didn't fail her first time, and she could have used a bit of humbling because I don't know if you remember when we took
I
Sarah
remember.
to get her permit test done. You go to the DMV, you take the written exam. Sarah comes out and she goes, wow, that test was pretty hard.
I don't think I passed.
She goes, there's a whole section that asks you about what signs mean, but they don't have a picture of the sign. I said, Sarah, the reference pictures are taped to the desk, and she had her test on top of that and did not see them.
So she goes, I just
She just
winged
winged
it.
it, guessed, and she passed the test. And then she also passed her driver's test.
But
for
the
first time.
best part of that was they call us up to the window, and me and Bridget and Sarah go up, and Sarah's like, oh, all right, and the woman's like, okay, so you passed, and her face,
'Cause it's
she
just-
was
of course.
so angry.
Because
Because
Bridget studied for 5 years
Right.
for the road test.
And for me, it would have been, oh,
permit
you
test.
failed, and actually, you can never get your license now. That's what they would say to me.
Well, I failed the first time as well.
Well, I have the same luck as you.
Sarah just gets away with a lot.
She steps in it.
She
and,
does.
She used my ID as me for a very long time.
And you couldn't use it because
No, the best was
no one.
she
They
called.
questioned it.
She called and said she lost that
No,
she was
she
Bridget.
texted me one day. She goes, Bridget, what's your social security number? So I'm not giving you that. And it was because she went onto the DMV website and said that I lost my license and then had them
illegal.
mail her a new one of me to
is
Cortland.
fraud.
That's
That's what we
fraud.
call fraud.
So that's fraud actually on the books that I just called her out for. And
You're
then
gonna need a lawyer.
we
Well,
would go to
she's
the bar
very
in Cortland
enterprising.
and she would go in as me. And then a couple people later, I would also go in as me. And I just know that if the cops ever raided this bar,
Yeah.
I would be the one to get kicked out as me, and she would get away with
Well,
it.
by all rights, you should have been able to go in first. It was your license. She should have been the one hanging around out back.
But the thing is, I look more like me than she does.
Yeah, but you give a different vibe. You give it really is me vibe. And Sarah walks in like,
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
me.
true. I was a lot like you.
Yes.
I can't.
I would go with my friends to the bar. They'd all go in. I'd be the last one on the line. They'd be like, they'd look at me and I'd be like, and they're like, no. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go home.
No, I would never.
know?
I could never.
That was
pull it
that.
off. I never had a fake ID.
So yeah, we had the license back in the day that they weren't laminated or anything, and if you got a cream colored pencil, and I was luckily born in '68, so you just filled in the two sides of the 8, and suddenly I was born in 1963, and I could get into
Also
places.
highly illegal.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I
Altering a
didn't
federal
have,
document.
yes.
I didn't have that problem
Or state
because,
document.
Right.
because the legal driving and drinking age was 18. So
yeah, the good old days.
I
Well,
took-
you know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. I took Sarah to the. She visited me in college, and she had a fake ID at the time, and it was not that good. But when we were going in, you know, she has all the confidence, and they scanned it, and it worked or whatever. We walked right inside, and like right inside, like where the bouncer was right here. She basically was like, "Yes, they totally bought it." Like, I was like, Sarah, let's celebrate and get in the. It was so funny.
Sarah Kavanaugh show.
And clearly we're having this conversation, and I knew about this, and I'm a terrible mom, but she was away. I had no
You can't.
I had no
That's
control.
what happens when they're away. You gotta
They're away.
do that.
Here's the thing, though.
But you didn't.
I tried to be rebellious, and it just never worked out.
No, you were
because
terrible at being rebellious.
No, let me tell you. I went to this same place in college, and you could get in if you were 18. But if you didn't have if you weren't 21, they would put a big X on your hand in marker to know.
Wouldn't they just put a big L?
The loser mark. So me and all my friends who were underage would bring like makeup wipes, and we'd wipe the X off. So then you were good. Like your friends who had wristbands could get you drinks, whatever. So my friend got me a drink. I'm like partying, having a great time, and this bouncer sees me, no wristband, no X, and she's like, "Hey, give me that drink!" And I was like, "Damn!" She took it from me. Strike one. So then my friend gets me a new drink. I'm, enjoying myself, dancing in the club, and then she sees me again. She goes, "Hey, give me that drink!" And she takes it, and I'm like, "Damn it!" So then I was like, "All right, let me get
drank
a
for free on
third."
you all night.
Yeah, I was like, "Let me get a third drink," and now I'm wising up. I'm like, "Let me go downstairs. I'm gonna go in the bathroom and I'm gonna chug this drink so that at least I get the benefits of it." And before she can take it, I'm online for the bathroom. I'm next. Who comes out of the stall but this bouncer? She goes, "Hey, give me that drink!" And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Is that for real?
I swear to God, that's a true story. She was in the bathroom. I was like, "Are you serious?" And she dumped it down the sink in front of me. And then I was done. I didn't get anything else after that.
You should have just looked at her and went.
She honestly, I'm surprised she didn't kick me out. She really should have kicked me out that night.
She was probably
But she
having
knew she
fun.
was this
She probably
little
thought it was
loser.
funny.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what the thing is with Bridget? You can't be rebellious because, like the other night, we were leaving pickleball, and she was like, "Do you love me?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I said to a friend, I said, "I love you too." And she goes, "Do you love her more than you love me?" And I go, "I do. I think I do."
No, that's that.
And then you texted me, "Do you still love
Because
me?"
the thing about you is you'll walk home like so wounded, like you were mean to me at pickleball. Like you get all emotional.
And you shouldn't let her get away with it.
I have no fight back in me sometimes. Like I remember I was in college once and I was in a bar, I'm not kidding you, I was in the line for the bathroom. I was next for the bathroom. I literally walk into the stall. I'm closing the stall. I'm basically about to pull my pants down. This girl whips open the door. She goes, "I was next." I was like, "Oh my God, absolutely. You were my bad." And I got out. I basically pulled my pants up. I was like, "All right, yep, absolutely, all yours." And I waited and I went after her because I'm a little bitch.
Oh my God, I had a full-on. You remind me. I had a full-on Larry David moment today.
Today?
I did.
And what was that?
There is a lovely woman who works in our building, and she's in a wheelchair. And I walked in the bathroom. She was in there. She was talking to someone, and then I promptly went right into the handicap stall. And then I sat down, and I was going. And I went. Oh my God! What did I just do? So I yelled out to her. I was like, "Oh my God!" Because I just figured, just put it out there. I was like, "Oh my God, have you gone in here yet?" And she was like, "Not yet." I was like, "I'm the worst person in the world. I'm so sorry." You know, when I get out, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. It's so rude. I can't believe I did that." I felt so stupid. But the problem is,
For Larry
that was
David.
the second time I did it, not the first.
Maybe you should
Why
stop
do you
using
keep
the
using the
handicap
handicap
stall.
Because I'm just so used to it. I go into that one all the time because the rest of the stalls are so dumb. They're so tight. So I'm like this. I'm trying to get the paper. And when I'm got to be quick,
And
I just go in and I go out. But
Well,
yeah.
I bet you she wishes she could just be
She
in
was
and out
very,
quick.
she's a very nice woman. She was very, very
well, you're lucky.
sweet about it. I
Yeah,
know.
because,
But I was like, feeling very bad about doing that. But
Cut to the complaint you're going to get in your email from HR in a week.
I'm sure.
Yeah, really. Mrs. Byer keeps using the handicap stall.
Right.
Everybody lives
Or
with it.
there'll be an announcement coming over the PA. Unless you are handicapped,
Yeah.
you're not to use.
get a full
the
email to
handicap
everybody.
stall.
Well-
Amy.
I would
Judy.
have to say I would have that one coming. That
Yeah.
would, I'd have to take the hit for that one. Because
Judy has the Mini Cooper.
You know what I just realized? Well, I didn't realize it. My friend pointed it out to me. It's kind of a foreign car. It's a product of BMW. And when you put the directional on, like if you want to go right,
Mm-hmm.
the left directional lights up with an arrow. And if you want to go left, the right directional lights up with an arrow. It must have something to do with the roads in Bavaria or something. Do they drive on the other side of the
I don't
street?
think Bavaria's
Bavaria.
Yeah. It's not British.
No,
it's not
it's-
British
no.
motor.
Well, regardless,
works.
that's weird.
That's
Bavarian
weird.
motor works, people.
You know what else is weird? What Aunt Amy and I just saw outside when we
Oh
pulled
my
up.
God.
What?
If you drive one, I don't feel
Sorry.
bad saying this, a smart car.
They are so dumb.
They are Tonka toys.
There was a woman in it. First of all, the car was. She.
You
They
could
were like
line-
the same size.
they
Her and
were-
the car were the same size.
If the street's this wide, you could have lined 3 cars up, and one right behind the other one across the street. Okay,
Well, but
so
the-
plenty of room.
The thing of it was, she was doing a 3-point turn in it, but she did like a 10-point turn.
How could you need to
It's
do
the
that?
smallest car
She
in the world.
literally
She had
could have
so
turned
much
the
space.
turn the wheel and just like, whoop,
Yeah,
like that.
She didn't even have to like.
Right.
She just could have went. Pew!
Honestly, in my car, if no cars were parked on the other side, I could just do I wouldn't even have to do a 3-point turn.
It was ridiculous.
It was
We were like,
ridiculous. And I don't know if anybody out there has a smart car.
Why?
Can you just tell me why? Because
Is it
I
to
also,
save money on gas?
but I also feel like you get into an accident
Dead.
with that, you're done.
You
Absolutely
were
dead.
Dunsky.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
Like,
You're like an
this is
accordion.
not the country to be driving a little tiny car like that.
She might as well just be running down the middle of the street in traffic.
In oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello,
You know-
Anne. We want to say hi to Anne. Anne is watching. Good to see you,
I
Anne.
think-
Paul's watching.
I think we're the only people who, well, not only people, but one of my patients from the UK, when they got here, he was like, "All your cars are so big here. Like all their cars are so tiny."
Yeah.
and they're shocked by the
'Cause they
size
have-
of all of our vehicles.
Tiny roads, too.
Well, yes,
Yeah, we're a big people.
yeah.
We are. We're bigger. Go big or go home, right? That's what we're gluttonous. Americans are gluttonous.
Yes.
We're gluttonous.
How come
Oh, here we
you
go.
get?
Here we go again.
Well, you got stuff on there. I got a big gray screen.
Why do we wait until we're on the show
Right.
to figure
First
this
of
out?
all,
Figure
Mom,
this out.
you're not even
What?
looking at the right thing.
No.
No,
What was I looking at?
I don't even know anymore with you. Here.
I don't, she's not gonna even.
Oh, she's so stupid. Oh, God. How do I even
So
hang around with this
aggravating.
woman? She's making me slow.
Well, I am thinking about moving into a 55 and over.
Well, I don't know. It's well.
Gonna find me a rich
85
widow,
and old.
rich widower
They're not there.
Well,
They're not there.
I told my daughter,
who's half blind and a little deaf.
we did a party at a beautiful house. I'm not going to give a lot of details. It was something. And I had my daughter with me. She was helping. And we got in the car. And she's like, now that's what I'm talking about, right? And I said, if you want that, there's one way to get it. Be a trophy wife. Forget everything I told you.
Don't
Is that
Wow.
what you said?
Forget everything
Wow.
I told you and be a trophy wife.
Oh my
is-
God.
That woman was happy.
That is not
She was a
feminism.
happy woman. Now, I don't know that she was a
happy,
trophy wife. I probably shouldn't
anti-feminist.
say that. That's an assumption on my part. But very nice people, super nice people.
Wow.
But beautiful house. Grace was like, I don't want to go home now. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
me neither.
I hate when you go into a nice,
Yeah.
and this happens to me all the time now, but you go into like a really nice home and you just get to your house and you're like,
Yeah,
ugh.
I know.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt when I got home.
Yes. My
Well,
microwave
I
is
felt
broken.
that way when I saw something.
That's it. It
Her
finally died
Her microwave is
because it was
works.
looking broken for a while.
No, it looks broken. It works, but I'm sure it's shooting radiation
Yeah.
out
Oh,
of the cracks.
yeah, you're
Yes,
definitely
it
getting
is.
some
So-
serious
Why don't you
radiation
go
there.
buy yourself
That's
a new
good.
one? I think you
will.
can.
I think I
bring
will.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think it's a
will.
matter of health.
It's health
Oh,
and
wait.
safety.
Hold on.
Life and death.
Paul said, hand is up. Paul, you do not drive a smart car. Please tell me you do
on.
not drive a smart car.
Well, we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that.
Well,
Yes, my home is a hazard, but it's fine.
it's a hazard.
Yes,
Well,
keeps me on
okay.
my
When you-
toes.
When you start, growing an ear in the front of your face, and
Right.
Cool.
All right. I think it's time for a break.
Oh,
What do
I
you
thought
think?
the show was over.
Nope, it's not over. We're at the halfway mark, pretty much. We're a little past the halfway.
All right,
but
well, let's hear from our sponsor,
intense events.
Glamping and
Why
Picnics.
do you even show that? There's 3 people who watch every week. I think they know by now.
Tired of the same old birthday party? Looking for new ideas? Then look no further. Let Intense Events supply you with everything you need for a successful sleepover party, indoors or outdoors. You can choose from one of our many themes, or we can create any party theme you want. We set it up, we pick it up. All you do is enjoy. We also do indoor or outdoor picnics, complete with decor, seating, and more. The picnic setup is ideal for bridal party gatherings, wine and cheese nights, or a wedding proposal, or even an elegant lunch. We offer many services for all of your party needs, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or you can email us at ourintenseevents.com or call 631-709-2660.
That's probably going to be.
And we're
okay.
back. Oh,
That was
no.
great. That
Now you
was
can see
great.
more of me.
Oh, stop. All right. So we are back. Amy, you have our list there. What's do we exhaust our list?
Well, no, because I did want to speak of, and then I was, cut off.
Sorry. So we can go back to it. That's
No,
the beauty.
I did want to speak about the fact that I wish that they didn't let you take the road test when you were 16.
Why?
Well, because now, she's been driving for well over a year now, technically, right? And now that she's passed, it's like she wants to drive everywhere. And, everybody lets their kids drive
I think
everywhere.
you let her roll the dice.
But here's the problem again. She is a buyer.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but she's a different kind of
yeah,
a buyer.
Have that
She's
kind of
more
luck
of a
where everyone else,
Sorrentino.
everyone else is going to skate
But-
by.
But Amy,
I
I was
know.
just making mention of this today. You're very lucky because your children and most children in Lindenhurst stay around
Oh,
Lindenhurst.
I should just tell everyone where I live.
She doesn't live in Lindenhurst, but I just kind of, so what? They could look it up. You put stuff
on your
Facebook
Facebook.
all the time. Anyway, I mean, they really do. They go local. Everything is local.
I know, but things happen.
Well,
Not
But
like
I
me.
just wish they wouldn't let them even take the road test until they're 17. This way, once they pass, they should be able to drive, honestly. Like, you should be able to drive if you pass the
well,
test.
you shouldn't take the test until you're eligible
Yeah,
to drive.
try that.
But that's
You
like
know.
saying,
One more month.
should doctors be able to do surgery once they pass the test? I don't think so. We
it's
need
a little
That's
bit
a little
different.
different.
a clinical experience. We need a residency.
But there's
She's in her residency right now.
Well, but there's no difference between how she's driving now till how she'll be driving
That's what
in
you
1
think.
month.
That's
Right.
what you think.
You know what I
But-
mean? She's been driving the same way since she started.
I say do what I did when Sarah finally got her license, and it was
You let her
still
do
a
what she
June.
wanted.
I said, drive to Cheering, and if you get stopped, you work there.
So you told her to lie to the police?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I am letting her drive to work. because technically that is
You're
the
allowed
only
to.
thing they're
Yeah, but
allowed
she
to
wasn't
do.
working there. She was
But-
just
But
going for
that's
cheer
what I
But
wanna
practice.
you
know.
have to have an affidavit.
But why can
From
they
your
drive to
boss.
work and just not everywhere else? That's dumb.
Well, it is dumb. But this is my point. You know, they're not allowed to drive to school. I guess they don't want a bunch of new drivers
Crashing
driving
into
around
the
holding
teachers'
children.
cars.
I don't know. But it is true. Like, why can she drive to work? What if she worked 25 minutes away from the house? Like,
Well, that's,
that would be perfectly fine for her
that
to drive
is
to
the
work.
point, because obviously she passed her test, so she's a qualified driver.
Right. So why can't she just
So-
drive everywhere then at this point? It's annoying.
Yeah.
Then if you don't want to let them drive everywhere, then don't let them take the test till they're 17. This way, once they, because think about it.
Well, she's got a
it's
month, right?
But it's like, you know, getting something and being told, okay, but you can't use it for a whole month. Hold on to it, look at it, stare at it, play with it. Can't use it though. Like, it's a tease. Then don't let them take the test then until they're 17. I mean, I suppose I could have held her off.
Well, don't
Until
let them,
she was
Don't
17,
let them
but-
register to take the test. Then it's out of your hands.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Make the rule. Like, you can't take your driver's test until you're 17. Period. End of story.
All right.
Because then the
That's-
parents don't have to, you know, they're and people who don't have children. I've had conversations at work with some friends. They're like, well, just don't let them do it. And it's like, yeah, okay. If life
Yeah.
was that easy, I would, you
You
know,
clearly don't have
be
children.
happy as can be. But it's not always that, because I'm looking at it going, she drives, you know, like she drove
Yeah.
everywhere with me. Like I took her everywhere. You know, I don't want to drive anymore.
They wear you
I
down.
want her to be able to go, you know,
They wear you down.
but they do wear you down. And you have to
Yes.
pick your
Remember
battles.
when you had to take me to the hospital?
I
and you
do.
didn't even have your license.
I had my
and she had
permit,
to back out of this huge
long driveway,
driveway.
and it was a fence and the house.
So one of them was going.
And she's trying to direct me, and I'm like, I didn't learn back up yet.
And then, right after that, you failed your driver's license, your driver's
Yeah,
test. So.
I-
You know
I
they make
guess maybe-
vehicles that will pick you up if you have to go to the hospital.
I was
Something
going.
to
This
think
is
about.
true.
Let's
That
go
is
for a
definitely
haircut.
true. Why didn't you just call?
An ambulance.
Let my
Nice.
daughter, who doesn't have a
Throwback.
license, drive me while I'm having an anxiety attack, because
Well-
that won't heighten the anxiety
Well,
attack.
I got her there.
Because they would have gone, oh, you're all right, lady.
I got her
Go
there
back to
in one
bed."
piece.
You were all right.
She was all right.
You
She
were.
was.
You know, back then, they used to laugh at you. And today, they treat it like a real condition. They do. I mean, it's been, discussed, and there are articles about it. It is a real condition.
Of course it's a real condition.
But back then, it was like, just
You're
tighten
just
up.
a crazy lady.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
I just had a few memories from when I first started driving, actually, because I was driving the Trailblazer at the time, and there was a time when the Trailblazer slowly started losing function as I was driving it,
Just like me.
and I had a job
Sorry.
where I was delivering cakes.
Cakes?
And- yes, I was delivering cakes for a time. I had a lot of odd jobs.
Why don't I remember that?
I was doing it for your friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was delivering cakes, and so I remember I had once an especially far delivery, and it was the dead of summer, and the air conditioning in my car did not work anymore. And the thing about cakes is they should be cold. And so I was driving with all the windows down, didn't help. And so now I'm sweating, and the cakes are melting, and the chocolate fucking lollipops are like, they're just not what they were. They didn't. I think it was like a communion, the crosses. It looked like Jesus had been on them, and it's just tough. I'm sorry. Was that a bad joke to me? So
Anything goes.
it's a crucifixion joke, whatever. And then I delivered them, and then I think it was fine, but I left rapidly.
You
I
think it was
I
fine?
put them on the table, and I was like, bye.
I used to like the calls I got from her. Like, you called me once, it wouldn't start or it just stopped running.
Oh,
Like, I'm a
I'll tell you.
mechanic.
No, because I was driving and I was making a turn, and then mid-turn, the wheel seized up and the car shut off. So then I was in purgatory. I had nothing to do. And then the best part of that whole story is months later, we gave the car to Sarah to drive.
Nice.
Let her be in
Yes.
purgatory.
Well, I got it fixed.
Well, I will tell you that you haven't lived until you've driven a minibus.
Oh,
yeah.
Amy driving the camp
That
bus.
was
I
bad.
drove a bus
That
for
was
day
critical.
camp, and it was not something I recommend to anybody at any time ever.
The bus or the bus for camp or a little
All
bit
of
of
it
both?
together. Well, because the bus was not, you know, you reminded me when you said that your car wasn't air conditioned. Neither was the bus. I had this stupid little fan, and I drove the bus from, I'm going to get in trouble now. I drove the bus from Plainview to Stony Brook because I was going to college at the time. So I drove it in the heat in the summer on the LIE to Stony Brook, and I would park it in a handicap spot
It's illegal
because
on the IR.
I don't know, maybe not. I have no idea. And I would park it in a handicap spot because it was right outside the window where I had my class, and it was late and I didn't want to walk far. So, and then I wised up and I decided, what am I doing this for? Why don't I just leave the stupid bus at the camp and drive my car? It took me way too long to figure that out.
Oh, that's pretty.
Way too long. But Mommy used to watch me in the morning outside the house getting ready to pull away from the bus, and it made her crazy.
Well, you
It
and
did.
Bridget are the
Because I was
same.
opening the windows. I was getting
Lighting
everything
a
situated.
cigarette.
I wasn't supposed to smoke on the bus, but damn it, I did when there was no kids on it.
You two are the same though, because you will do things that a normal person who's just making it time wise would just not do.
Oh.
Like you just hop in the car and you go, but not you two.
Mm-mm.
I took my garbage
what
out the
did-
other day.
What
Didn't
did
have
the
time.
kids say to you? Remember?
Well, wait, no, but the best part was when I went there to pick up the bus the first time, they gave me like a really abbreviated lesson on how to work the minibus. So my first
good to
day
know.
That's
picking
horrifying.
kids up, I'm stopping at these stops, and you know I'm supposed to put the stop sign out. The lights,
Right.
red lights is supposed to flash, and I'm on the button, and nothing's happening. And I'm like, all right, kids, just look both ways. You know, everyone's getting on, right?
They were little.
Well, they were varying in
Yeah, but
ages.
weren't they? Didn't
But
they
wait.
laugh at you?
But wait, the best part is when I got to the camp, I said to the guy, that stoplight button's not working. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, it wouldn't go out. So I'm showing him. I'm like, look. And he looks at me. He goes, that's a bolt. And I went, oh, well, that would explain why it wasn't opening. So I was hammering on a bolt the whole time.
And where was the button?
On the other side.
But
And
weren't
missed
the
that part.
Weren't when you were having trouble, the kids are sitting there, and didn't they laugh at you or something?
They weren't very nice
And
children.
you said something to them.
That's all right. I
just-
got them back. I took them for a ride of their life.
Yeah, you don't want Amy as your bus driver. Definitely not.
It was it was an idea that went sour very quickly. I thought, oh, the whole summer I'll be outside.
Yeah.
I'll be with kids, helps towards my career of teaching children. And I hated every minute
Aim,
of it.
Aim, could you please just tell the story about the talent show at camp?
The Gong Show. Mm-hmm. I won
Yeah, but that's not the best part.
the trophy that was this big. The trophy was. I remember I pulled up in the
She pulled up
driveway.
in the driveway,
And I go like this. I go, watch this. And it was like,
and it just kept coming.
I pulled this giant trophy out of the back of the car.
I said, "What are you going to do with that?"
I killed at Driftwood Day Camp. I killed in the arena.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I don't invite. When I turned that bus in, there was a huge dent in the top. I have no idea how that got there. Rob thinks it was him and his dad watched me pull away from his house once, and there was a basketball. And I was like, bonk. Right? Basketball.
Did you hear it?
I hit stuff. Oh, I hit trees, low trees,
I guess
all the time.
you got your driving prowess from mommy over here.
Oh,
Hey.
God, it's amazing. I didn't kill.
I saw your telephone pole today,
Oh,
so
did
don't
you?
hate me.
I
When
think I would like to go put my initials in there. Don't you think I should?
Absolutely.
When I picked that bus up, Rob came with me. So now I was driving home. I never drove a minibus before. Did you know they were top heavy? I didn't either. So when you're going too fast and then you try to stop, the whole bus goes like this. And he pulled up next to me. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Slow down."
Oh my god. Oh, I can't. I never had a driving job like that. I never had to
Never
drive
again.
another vehicle besides
Never
that.
again.
a
But
car.
you were versatile.
You
when
were.
you retire, you can become a bus driver
Never.
again.
I'll never do it
They
again.
make
Oh,
good salary. We have a
Not
bus
enough.
driver. in
They're
my-
not paid
in
enough money.
My complex where I live, and there's a bus, a minibus, pulls in every day.
Oh, I was
backs
behind
up,
her today.
and she sleeps on the bus for the whole couple of hours. That's a good gig.
It seems like a great gig.
Yeah, maybe I should, consider.
No.
doing
I
it.
don't think
No.
that you
Oh,
would
I had
pass.
one
I
little
think we're
accident,
good.
You're not
one little-
driving children.
One little scrape. Is all it was. That's
You know,
all it was.
I needed a ride to the wedding I was going to on Saturday, and she goes, "Why don't you ask Grandma?" I said, "I think not."
Oh, I'm insulted. I am
No.
terribly insulted.
I already had a ride, so it wasn't necessary.
Well, you had quite an adventure. We were talking about it the other day when you were younger in your green duster.
Oh my God, my first car. I paid $250 for it.
Wow, that's how much we bought Lola for.
I know. And honestly, same quality. But it was a pea green Dodge Duster with a white leather top. The biggest steering wheel that you ever saw. I looked through it.
Leather top.
It had like a white top,
The vinyl top.
the vinyl top. And a huge steering wheel, and I had to look through it. And the trick of this car was on the passenger side. You had to pull it closed. You had to lift and pull, right? So I would pick up my friends for school in the morning, and
That just sounds like it was broken.
It was.
it was.
Okay.
And my one
I
friend,
didn't have a man around.
yeah,
Bridget,
my one
'cause he
friend
abandoned us. I
didn't
hope he's watching.
didn't lift and pull, and I made a left turn, and she flew out of the car.
Did it have no seatbelts?
No,
Oh wow.
No,
it was a 19.
Seatbelts weren't a big thing when
You
we
didn't.
were
It
younger.
wasn't the law. You didn't have to put your seatbelt on.
Wow.
But
I used to roll
the
around the
cars-
back seat.
We
I'd
used to
lay
sleep-
across the back.
Sleep in the wheel well at the bottom, the floor, in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be dead 100 times over because
Seriously.
there were
well, I
no.
put you in the
safety
little car
precautions.
seat with the little steering wheel that hooked over the front seat.
Oh, it hooked this way, and I sat in the front seat.
You sat in the front and looked just like Lola sits
Yeah,
now.
that's
you were like
safe.
a little Lola.
Did I whine and cry all the way
You
there?
panted a lot.
I panted,
You did. You
okay.
panted. But yeah, that was kind of dangerous.
Well, I remember sitting in the back seat, but sitting up in between the seats
Oh,
and
leaning- yeah.
talking, totally unbelted. I would have went right through the
but
windshield.
you were like Houdini. I'd put you in the car because car seats. When she was about 2.5, car seats start to come for children, and they advised you to use them. And I would buy one, put her in it. Next thing I know, I pull out of the driveway, and you're standing up over me, looking at me, and like, get back in that seat.
Oh,
You
my
did not
God.
want to sit in that seat.
No, I mean,
be
now
continued.
you can't even put a kid in the front seat until they're, what? Is
I
it?
thought Grace was going to have
12?
to start driving sitting in a booster seat because I was waiting for her to get tall enough.
Yeah. You can, because remember we used to fight shotgun? We used to fight,
Yeah.
and I was always getting mad because I was like, I'm the oldest. I should get in the front. And you did
Oh,
not agree. You did
joy.
not
You and
agree with
Sarah
that theory.
Used to fight. Woo.
Oh,
Well, I mean, if there was anything for me and Sarah to fight about, we would find
Yeah.
a way.
like you once said, you fought like it was your job.
Yes. It was.
You guys were
We're good.
You were
excellent at it.
Employee of the
excellent
month.
employees.
Employee of the
Yes,
month.
you guys were
Excellent.
star employees.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. This is
Well,
so we
you wanna
have
know where I spent my weeks.
yes. Could you stop slamming things on the
Um,
table?
I'm
Because
very
the microphone
fidgety.
picks
I
it up.
can't help. I'm sorry to the microphone.
Okay. Where we yes, we
what have
should
you been
actually talk a little
Well,
bit about it. Yeah.
I was playing nursemaid to my sister who had an accident. She fell, cracked her knee in a couple of places, had surgery. So and I will say this, she's in a very nice rehab
She is.
home,
Mm-hmm.
nursing
Take notes.
care
Take notes. She likes
place. But, huh? What did you say? I'd like
Take
to
notes. She likes it.
You know what? If I was in her position, yes, I would like it.
I would give you rehab.
Yeah, where have you been? I've been dealing with her for the past 2 weeks. Where's Bridget? Where's
Well,
Bridget?
you should
At
call
that
me in for a
full-time job
consult.
again.
Right.
full-time
Nasty
job.
full-time
Job.
job.
Darn it.
Well, listen,
but she's getting out. She could not be
she's
happier.
breaking
being
out.
sprung on Friday.
Yes.
And then my fun will really begin.
Yes.
She was demonstrating to the social worker how she would be able to take a shower.
you have to,
you
yeah.
know, because she has her leg in a big boot and everything. And so she's saying, you know, she has this towel. She could wrap it around herself, get onto the bench. It's going to be a bench or something.
Yes, the tub bench.
And then she can undo the towel and hand it to me from, you know,
Oh.
my arm.
Oh, you
my
get to
arm
be
will
with
be
her.
in the door, huh?
Okay.
And then when she's done, she can call me and I can put my arm back in the door and give her her towel. She'll wrap it around her, and that's how it's going to
What
be
if-
done.
what-
And I
okay.
said to her, if you think I'm coming every day just to hand you a towel,
Well, can we put it on a hook?
no, she should put we,
So she's
listen,
standing. The
imagine.
whole point of her standing in the wet shower
She won't stand. She has to sit.
alone.
just to
sitting
sit
on
and
the
it can
bench.
get wet. It can get wet.
All right.
Oh,
But
she'll
I
hate
went through
that.
this when she had her hips
Hips.
done. I had to do the same thing.
With the towel.
Yeah, hand to the towel.
Yeah, but in those days you were just looking for a reason to get out of the house.
Maybe I might have been,
You couldn't wait to get
but
out of
you
the
know,
house.
I don't know. I've just had it up to here with old people, and I can say that because I'm old. So
Well,
yeah.
we've
But,
had it
you
up to
know,
here with old
they're
people
very-
too.
They're very aggressive and very nasty. Like this
Yes.
one's coming down the hall the other day, and she's going to the nurse. She's going, "Ah, don't touch me. Leave me. I just want to say hello to her." And I would have said, "You know what? I'm going to put my foot out, Tripper. You're here for 4 more weeks. There you go. Now shut up."
Now that's mean and aggressive.
Well, you gotta
I mean,
treat
you
them.
are what you're complaining about.
You are.
I don't do that though.
But-
I would never do
But
that.
what
No,
you
you
just
wouldn't.
said was mean.
You would
and
sit-
you are older.
You would
So-
sit in a bed and pee your pants before you would inconvenience anybody.
Well,
You would. And then you'd be mad at yourself that you didn't say something.
you know me so well, don't you?
I
You
do.
think you know me,
I know you.
but you don't know me.
Oh, we know.
I know you.
So there.
I know you very well.
Well, you think you do.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well,
When
we'll
the
see.
time comes.
We'll see how you likes Regina Maria in nursing home when I put you there.
Very nice there. They were very sweet. They're
I know
very
I'm
you
glad
very
you
well.
feel that
Didn't
way.
I tell you the bathing suit wasn't going to work?
I see. I didn't even have time to look into sending it back and getting my credit. So I'm busy. I've been very busy.
Very, very
Very
Yeah,
busy.
we have been busy running back and forth. Yes.
Yes. It's been a wild and woolly 2 weeks. So
It's been good. I've been showing up. She wants hot tea. That's all she wants. She's so
I
easy.
burned my hand. It was so
And
hot.
one day
I
an
made
egg
it.
McMuffin.
I know,
Oh, but you
I was here for the
went
egg
and
McMuffin,
got
I
her an egg
remember.
McMuffin with cheese.
Oh, is
And
that-
she doesn't like cheese.
Well, she said egg McMuffin. She
and
wasn't
yet,
specific.
The woman loves grilled cheese sandwiches. Go figure. I can't.
Wow,
Well-
I was curious.
And I was mad at her that I had to go to McDonald's because how am I going to go to McDonald's and not get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a biscuit
You're not.
and hash browns?
You have
Well,
to.
I could pass on the hash browns.
Hash browns
hash
are good
browns.
for
I could
McDonald's.
So I had to have that.
We got duped the other day. We went for breakfast. Not for me. I wasn't going to eat any of it. But I thought they did breakfast all the time now. And they told me no breakfast after 11 again.
Oh.
I thought so.
No,
for a
they-
short period of time, they
Yeah.
did breakfast all the
Yeah,
time.
no,
and
it
then they
didn't work
pulled the
out.
rug.
Didn't work out.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
I guess nobody wanted it.
I mean,
that
it was 11:12. I'm sure there was an egg McMuffin hanging around back there.
way. Yeah. It was
Um,
Did they sell out of
Real
everything?
quick, does anybody have any Cinco de Mayo plans? Cinco de Mayo is Sunday.
No,
It is.
I don't.
It's just
I
May
don't
5th for
observe
me.
Cinco de Mayo.
I don't either, but it's a reason to have a good margarita.
Well, make me a good margarita. You wouldn't even. Oh, will you be around?
Yeah, I'll be around.
I will
You
be
were the-
resting on this Sunday. I rest on Sundays.
I rest. You
Like the,
don't
like
wait.
the Lord.
I was going to ask you if on Sunday you wanted to go play pickleball. And there it is. There it is. And Bridget, we actually have we're busy this month.
Yes,
We're gonna have to hear about it again.
we are.
Yeah, it's plug time.
Plug time. Time for the plugs.
5 minutes and 20 seconds to
Yeah,
go.
It gets
Plug
earlier
away.
and earlier every time.
It doesn't, and we always
Plug
end
away.
just
I was
perfectly.
supposed
Alright,
to
well.
be in Atlantic City this coming weekend, but because it's my daughter's birthday,
That's not right.
Yes. How
I
old are you
passed
turning?
on it.
None of your business.
Okay.
51.
51.
I remember those days.
Yep.
Well, that'll be fun. Fun birthday
I love that we're
celebrations this
finally
weekend.
in our 50s together.
Well, you've
Not
been
for
in your
long,
50s.
Ro. You're
Oh.
barreling towards 60.
I have 4 more years. 4 more
Nothing
years.
wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Hey,
You're on
listen,
the
my
dark side of
50s
your 50s.
Nope. My 50s have probably been like my 40s, late 40s, like post divorce, post crazy man breaking my, crushing my soul. Late 40s to now have been great. They really have been great. I'm living the life. I am living.
Well, my
You are.
70s have been great.
Yeah, your 70s have been great.
Anything
Bridget,
up
would you
until
like to
that
comment
point.
on your 20s?
My 20s have been pretty good so far, I would say. I'm in my late 20s now.
Yes.
Very
Of
late.
course.
Still
Yeah.
waiting for my good era. I don't know when it's going to be.
You're close.
When you retire.
You're close.
Maybe.
When your kids are on their own.
Maybe
That's
then when
when
you
the good
retire, you
times
can
roll.
pick up a hobby, a sport.
I just want.
She used to play
be-
volleyball, your aunt.
I know she was
I
good.
can't do any of that stuff anymore. My tech neck won't allow it. I want to play so badly. I love volleyball.
Oh God.
And I can't.
I think you could. I think you'd work out that kink or
No,
whatever it is.
I don't think that I would.
I do.
I think that I would wind up
Exercise
crippled
is
yet
good
again.
for it.
Oh man, okay. The plugs.
Exercise
Okay.
is what caused
Plug,
it.
plug.
Look
plugs.
at how she
Me-
looks at me.
Me and Roseanne will be at the Sticks and Stones Comedy Club
We will.
on May 10th and 11th, doing a little comedy action.
Yes.
Wait a minute, where is that?
That is
That's in Southampton.
Oh,
And then we will be. Mario sent it to me. I don't know where it is now. Oh, here it is. Maybe
Okay.
we have. We're going to be in Brooklyn.
Great. On Sunday.
Again, you still just anywhere. Brooklyn's a big place.
Just go to Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're
and
going
Go
to
to
be.
Brooklyn
Ask
and
around.
look for
Brooklyn.
Roseanne.
ask around and
He
see.
sent me the. Well, I'll get you the deets, but that's going to be on Mother's Day early. It's a 12:00 show with the headliner Carrie Karavis.
Yes.
so
And
you
with
know
Mario
that
Bosco.
I won't be seeing my
You will
children
see
on
me.
Mother's
Oh
Day.
my God, you will see me.
Well,
You will see me.
I'll survive.
Yes, you will, because you will see me.
And that's the guilt.
There it is. There it is, the guilt. And then I'm going to be at the, I always say this wrong. How do you say this? The
It's necromantic, yeah. You're saying it wrong because you spelled it wrong in there.
Necromantic Brewery on the 23rd.
Yeah, it's like it's basically like a very Halloween kind of themed place.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's perfect.
All right.
We'll see how that is.
sounds
And then
kinda
I'm
freaky.
performing in Lindenhurst at the South Side. Is that the South Side Theater? Is that what it's called? I'll be in,
Studio.
no, not the studio.
Is another one?
Yeah, it's a smaller theater.
Smaller?
Why don't you get
Here.
the locations
I
of
know.
all your shows?
It's the South
before the
Shore
plugs?
Theater. And it's, I don't know if they changed it, the name of the
It's
studio
all
theater.
women?
Yeah. It's
Where is it?
115 South Wellwood Avenue,
Oh,
South Shore Theater. So,
okay.
Oh, I know where it is.
okay. So I will
It
be
used to
there on
the
the
bridal
18th.
store, I believe.
Well,
all right.
I will be at the Squarehead Brewing Company on May 24th. And then on the 25th, I will be hosting at McGuire's Comedy Club at 9:30 p.m.
And you will also be taking care of little Loli.
Oh, you're leaving the dog once again.
Yes.
Oh, this is my
That
morning.
dog's
Going
gonna
to
have a heart
Cabo.
attack.
Agreed to do this show. That's
I'm
interesting.
sorry. What?
I'm going to Cabo,
When?
May 25th.
A little late Cinco de Mayo.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Must
Yeah.
be nice.
I'm retired.
Amy, when you're retired, you could do all
Yeah.
that.
Can't wait. So, folks, thank you for watching. We are going to wrap it up here. Please stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives live with John LaRocchia and Rich Walker. That follows our show.
Comedy duo.
Comedy duo, and we will see you next week. Judy won't be here, but we have a
I will. You're already getting ready.
Not next week, the week after.
The week
The week after. So we'll see you. Oh, we'll see you next week.
Yes,
so
you will.
bye,
God
everybody.
willing,
Oh,
Well,
15,
Bye.
13.
show's over.
Show's over.